Hey guys, welcome back. For today's video, I'm gonna be doing my own body lava. So why am I doing this? Because I can't afford Rihanna's new products. Her body luminizers, body lava, and Who Needs Clothes retail for $59 each. So after watching a bunch of reviews and reading about it, I just decided why not make my own luminizer. So you're just gonna need a body oil. I'm using the Vaseline Cocoa Radiance oil and a pump bottle or a squeeze bottle or anything that can dispense a thick oil substance. So first you're going to need to transfer the oil into the new container, and then we will be adding powder highlighters to this oil. So here are the powder highlighters that I'm going to use. One is a BH Cosmetics Wild and Radiant Baked Bronzer Palette. The other one is a JCat Beauty Baked Bronzer in Coconut Island. And lastly, the W7 Bronze and Glow. So you're going to need a spatula or a spoon or anything thin that you can use to scrape out the highlighters. I'm using here a plastic spatula. This is from Beabi. That is an organizer brand here in the Philippines. So I'm just scraping the Baked Bronzer by JCat Beauty first into a plastic bowl. This plastic bowl is also from Beabi. So I'm just being very liberal with the highlighter. You don't really need like several highlighters. You can just use one. And my main illuminating product here is gonna be this JCat Beauty Baked Bronzer. I think this is the finish that I love the most out of all of them. And then I also used a bit of the W7 Bronze and Glow palette. This is just like an extra palette that I have that I don't use that much. So I just wanted to use it too for this project. I used both pans, the bronzing side and the highlighting side, because the bronzing side is obviously darker and I wanted to mimic the appearance or the shade of the Body Lava variant. I actually used a lot more products, so I did all of this twice, but only the first part was recorded. Okay, so yeah, used a lot more product than what I'm showing. Maybe like use twice as much for each pan or palette. Make sure that the proportion is 1:1, so that for every part of oil, there is an equal part of illuminating product or highlighter or bronzer. So next, I used the BH Cosmetics Wild and Radiant palette. This has 4 shades and these are all like glitter based. So all of these pans have glitter. That's why I used them, because the Fenty beauty products have a lot of glitter in them, but I did not want that much glitter. I wanted more of a shine rather than glitter because I'm not very into glitter. So this is what it looks like with all 3 products. Again, I used a lot more product than this. Maybe I filled up like half the bowl or so. But this is my favorite part of the entire thing, mixing them all up together and kind of crushing them. This reminds me so much of in the movies when the people are doing drugs and they always like line up the drugs so that they're really fine. It's kind of what you're doing here, but you're just using a spatula, and just made me feel like so like I was in the movies, except it's highlighter. How boring is my life? But scraping off the highlighters off the pans is very relaxing. It's almost therapeutic. It makes me feel like my products are being used. So yeah, like I recommend anyone to do this because you get so much more use out of your expired makeup. I mean, they're not expired, but if you have a ton of makeup, like most probably a lot of them are expired, and it wouldn't hurt to use them on the body instead of the face or something. But you know, not that I really believe in expired powders and stuff. So here comes the hardest part. I think this is the hardest part, getting all that powder into the bottle. So what I did was just scoop it onto the bottle painstakingly so that it doesn't just, fall off and get on the floor and waste a lot of the product. this is already the most difficult part. So you just have to be patient and scrape it out gently. Once you have everything in the bottle, all you have to do is stir it up and shake it up. Everything mixed up quite easily in my experience. I didn't really have any problems mixing up everything. They all just mixed well together. And this is just the sheer version of the product. I added more highlighter and more oil, again keeping the same proportion. I just estimated everything to be 1:1, and you will see how it all turned out next. So this is how it looked after everything. I did not expect it to look this beautiful. It almost looks exactly like the Body Lava, but I have no idea because, again, I've never seen it in person. So, you know, this is just basing it off from how it looks on camera. I was honestly shocked at how it all turned out. It looked very bronzy, very illuminating, very glowy, very shimmery, like everything. It looked really, really good. I don't think the camera does it any justice, in the same way that I don't think it did any justice to Ward's Body Lava and Who Needs Clothes. So let's add a bit more so that we can see its full power. The only thing is, I wish I had like a synthetic kabuki brush similar to Rihanna's, but yeah, I don't have it. I think I just have the regular like long-handled brushes, which you can also use, of course, but for some reason I did not think to use that in this video. The luminizer I made feels like what you would expect if you combine an oil and a highlighter. It feels tacky, it feels oily, but not unbearably so. And based on the reviews that I watched and based on the description of the body luminizer by Fenty itself, it is dewy and it feels tacky. So I don't really see the difference between using just a body oil and the Fenty Beauty luminizer if they're both gonna feel the same way anyway. So switching over to low light, this is what it looks like in low light. And I was just tempted to add more to the chest because I've seen a lot of people do it and I just really wanted to know how it looked like, and I wasn't disappointed. And I also used this silicone sponge to spread it out instead of my hands because it's a lot easier and it doesn't absorb a lot of product. And I almost forgot to swatch it on the back of my hand. So yeah, this is what it looks like on the back of my hand. It's stunning. So yeah, this is it. This is how to make your own body luminizer. Cop the Body Lava look. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!